marching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this will be caught at the 30.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And we knew that they'd try to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right off the bat.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
On third down, Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This is taken way up at the 25. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant.
And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. The Browns sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that
he's got a man, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them.
And that's caught at the 25. A big play there for Cincinnati. 67 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are able to move back in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys.
This is intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for Cincinnati. 72 yards. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up. And kind of
from the 35 on second down. Watson, hit as he throws there, incomplete. What a matchup we have here in the AFC North on this All Hallows Eve, otherwise known, of course, as Halloween. Kids probably shuffling home right now from trick-or-treating, all hopped up on sugar and ready to drive their parents crazy as these two old rivals get together here on this final day of October in a game that's been highly anticipated. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's got room past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone.
Donovan Peoples-Jones on the return. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few. And now Watson throws another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's the gain of 7, brings up 2nd and 3.
And the slot man goes in motion left. From the 35 on 2nd down, Watson toward the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 22. Is a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Touchdown, Browns! Nick Chubb, a 14-yard touchdown. closer. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. And it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now it's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Even for a guy who many believe has become the standard in the league, Myles Garrett's 2021 was special. 16 sacks set a team record and were 3rd in the NFL, and he made first-team All-Pro to the surprise of no one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here we go. Here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT. 12. Stop.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. The 40. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Bengals drive about to get going. A bit more of a somber tone here as they take the field after throwing that pick six. But, Charles, the bottom line is they still have the lead. They're still in the driver's seat.
You're right about that, and let's face it, when you throw a pick six, it's demoralizing. But when you look over the scoreboard and realize you still have the lead, you kind of put that wry smile on your face and say, okay, let's just shake it off and start over again.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they go play action now. Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On point, ready?
2nd and 10.
11, 11, 11. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 MT, pace. 11 MT, 11 MT.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21.
11, 11. 11, 11.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. From 21 yards away. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On first down, it's Watson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here.
And it's a fumble. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button.
He's got a man complete. A big play that time through the air. And even 40 yards. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. York able to send this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Throwing on third down, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Off tackle run here for Nick Chubb. And they'll get this down to the 10. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Throw left side there, Schwartz with it. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal. Chubb. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, what a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. Third and goal. Here's Watson on the sneak. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
11 MP, tight. 11 stop.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett, his second sack of the night.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
Throwing on second and long. Burrow. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
This has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Here's Kevin Huber now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. They'll try the air now with Watson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And we're back now here in Cleveland. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schwartz. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Browns have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need, and this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 75 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is taken way up at the 25. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Browns drive about to get started. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. 20, 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play, because remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own. Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game. This is taken way up at the 25. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Off of play action, it's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
11.
Mixing up the middle. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
11 mighty.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Browns drive about to get started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now Watson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run with Chubb. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the